Well, today's Veterans Day, of course. Folks tend to think of this day as being, well, sometimes about store discounts and parades, but none of that is getting our veterans jobs. Right now, there are 22 million vets across the country, and depending on their age, their unemployment rates range from nearly 10% to up to more than 20%, much higher than the national unemployment rate of roughly 7%. So what can be done to help vets looking for work? Pete Hegseth, the CEO of Concerned Veterans for America, and he's my guest today. First of all, I want to thank you for your service, and our former guest, Scott Brown, as well, who's still active duty, National Guard. The two of you have served our country so well. And now we're talking about this issue of trying to get vets jobs. Why is there a stigma, Pete, about hiring vets?
Well, there shouldn't be. You know, our country learned a lot of lessons out of Vietnam about how we treat those coming home and have served, and we learned the wrong lessons then, and our country's recovered from that in honoring those who serve, and that's certainly appreciated. But sometimes it has led to an overcompensation or a stigmatization that veterans need to be coddled, that they're damaged goods, that they're ticking time bombs, because we've raised so much awareness about PTSD, and there are guys and gals that suffer from it and need support because of it. We sometimes create the impression that you don't know if you want to hire that veteran, they might be damaged goods or a little bit shaky. And what most Americans need to know, hiring companies, is that if you want to hire a veteran, you're going to get a capable leader with more life experience than they've got age on this planet, who are hard workers. They're going to take the initiative, the types of employees any company would want.
Of course.
So a hiring preference is really important, and there are a lot of great organizations helping vets out.
There are. I've done so many different stories and interviews about big banks here in New York City, like JP Chase is just one of them, but there are many who have these initiatives. I think Walmart has an initiative to hire 100,000 vets. I'm sure your organization is involved in doing that. One interesting stat I saw today that may have something to do with it is that 93% of the U.S. population has never served. Does that have something to do with the understanding of how capable veterans are?
Yeah, I think that is part of the disconnect. And so when you haven't served, it isn't that you don't appreciate, it's that you don't always fully understand. And a lot of it is the skill sets that you come out of the military with. How do they directly translate? So I'm an infantry officer. That doesn't necessarily translate into the corporate world in a tangible training way, but there are so many intangibles, values, ethics that come with serving that companies want and need. So as a veteran, you're just looking for corporations that want to reach out, that are doing things like what Home Depot and Walmart and other big organizations are doing by proactively finding veterans. And I don't think they're just doing it for the warm glow. I think they're doing it because they know their bottom line is going to be better when they get a hard worker at any level working for them.
Yeah, it's interesting because another stat says that veterans tend to stick around at their jobs because of that loyalty and teamwork and leadership qualities that they have. I want to show folks how you believe that you can help today for people who are watching. So how to help vets get jobs, rallypoint.com, ACP-USA.org. Tell me about these groups.
Two great organizations. So our organization, Concerned Veterans for America, has partnered with these two private nonprofits that help veterans. Rallypoint.com is basically a social networking site for veterans and service members to get to know each other, to build their own organic networks, to resume build, if you will, to network build, so that when they get out of the service, they've got a network. They know where their buddies were, who they served with, and can network with them to find the best job available. American Corporate Partners, I know Sid Goodfriend, who founded it, a fantastic guy who'd been on Wall Street, started the group to provide mentorship to veterans in Fortune 500 companies across the country. So a veteran can sign up at acp-usa.org and get linked up with a top executive or executive from a Fortune 500 company who will help them traverse the job market, identify opportunities, scrub a resume, really important, tangible things that vets need, because they're going to go out and find that job and do a great job. It's just about getting there.
Networking so important for everyone in the job market. All right, let's go to a little bit blast from the past, because today we're honoring veterans, and here you are when you were serving. Tell us about this picture.
Well, you take a lot of them in different.
You probably can't even see a monitor.
I can't even see it.
This is the one that you sent in. You're with three other guys.
Oh, yeah, those are three other guys. A couple of guys I served with in Afghanistan who are good friends of mine, stay in touch with have since. And we were instructors at the Counterinsurgency Academy in Afghanistan together. And so certainly, guys, I think about today. You know, one more thing to mention, Gretchen.
Yeah.
There are still 50,000 folks in Afghanistan right now. So Veterans Day means the folks that are here, but it's also the youngest crop of veterans who are right now in the dirt, holding the line for freedom, defending us. And so we're certainly cognizant of them today.
Well, a huge thank you to you and to everyone else out there who has served and continues to serve. Great to talk to you today, Pete. Have a great
Thank you, Gretchen.
one.